So, I've already shown you off a little bit of Worm Sun here, which is basically, an RTS that's very heavily inspired by, Warcraft and StarCraft and all that. But there was basically another RTS I was thinking about showing you guys, and that RTS was Boss Wars here. So let's just jump into it and I'll show off what it's all about. Now, I will note that there is, a tutorial campaign as well as, this, spoiler campaign. I don't think there's much for a spoiler campaign, so we're just going to jump into the tutorial and then, jump into, a custom game after that. So, let's just start this.
Incoming transmission from Central Command. We've received and confirmed reports about an enemy attack on our new base E418. We are no longer receiving radio transmissions, so we need you to go investigate.
Alright, so basically we're tasked to investigate, some disturbance at E418. So, you first must locate the base, basically take this guy and go find it. I will note by the way as well, you can also, change the speed much like, can other games, so let's go options, we'll go to game, we'll go to speed. Let's put up the fast for now. We'll just try and get through this tutorial as fast as possible to show off what it's all about.
Yes. Incoming transmission from Central Command. It appears the entire base was destroyed except for this vault. We need to rebuild this base as quickly as possible before it gets attacked again. Your new orders are to build 2 power plants and a magma pump. You'll need to gather some resources first. Use your engineer to harvest some energy from the trees or magma from the rocks.
So, basically what it's telling us there is that we have to harvest energy from trees or magma from rocks. And then we have to build magma pumps under these little lava fields like this. So, let's start harvesting from this tree right here. Good job, you're now gathering energy and storing it in a vault to use later. The numbers at the top of the screen indicate the rate you're collecting and using each resource followed by the amount you have in storage. So basically from here you can see energy, I've got 700 stored right now, 8, 9. Basically it's like a 2 resource method you have in Warcraft and StarCraft here. And you have guys gathering and stuff like that. That's good enough for now. Let's just get this guy to get some magma. So he'll go with this rock and mine it. Now I will note, but I want to build a magma pump right now, and basically you see resources slowly go down as I build this stuff up. If you don't have enough resources, I don't think this will basically be completed. So you have to keep that in mind. But whatever, I got enough here. Basically, build this stuff right here.
Magma pump construction completed.
So basically, building that magma will get us some more magma now. Let's get this going now. As you see, I ran out of energy for building a power plant, so we'll have to go mine some more trees in order to build this. That's probably enough. Power plants basically generate energy, much like these magma pumps generate magma for you, so that's the idea behind this stuff.
Incoming transmission from Central Command. Nice work. Now that we've got some resources to work with, we should concentrate on building some defenses. Your next objective is to build a training camp, then some assault units.
So, very basic, build up your, unit structures basically to build some stuff to fight with. Let's get right here. Now, train camp will take a little bit to build because, a big structure, but whatever. Now, as you can see, when I'm building stuff up here, you can see, I got, these, positive and negative. So, you can see, how much energy I'm gaining as well as, how much I'm using at the time. So, we're using, as much energy we are, gaining as, we are, losing here. And that's, there's only, no energy, gain right now. Though magma's a little bit lower, so that's nice. So slow to build, but whatever. Almost there.
Incoming transmission from Central Command. Now that you have a training camp, you can start training assault units. Click on the training camp, then train 3 assault units.
So much like with StarCraft and Warcraft, you basically queue stuff up from like a train center like this, and you start building up like that.
Assault unit ready.
Yes. Acknowledged.
There we go. There's an assault unit.
Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Assault unit ready.
Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Incoming transmission from Central Command. Excellent work. The base is now in good enough shape to be able to defend itself from future attacks.
And that's basically the tutorial. So, very simple. Alright, now that I've basically shown that off, let's just jump into an actual game so you can see what the gameplay is sort of like. There isn't really any, campaign for, Bots Wars, which is why, I didn't, jump into showing this right away, but whatever. We'll go to start game here. Sure, we'll go over, one of the maps here. Let's go River. And, if I want to, I can turn off the Fog of War and put on reveal map. Let me do that right now so you can basically see, what stuff is going on. We'll go from there. So, we'll start. And we got Harvester. Let's have him go over here. You can start, harvesting energy.
Yes.
Let's have this guy go build a mana pump right here.
Yes. Affirmative.
You're going to build a mana pump over there.
Yes. Yes.
This guy can start building a power plant. So you can see, how much energy we're building or, losing here.
Orders. Roger that.
There we go. That guy's supposed to harvest for me, so that's why I'm letting him do that.
Yes. Affirmative.
Now here's, the AI down here. You can see, he's building up stuff. There's a rock he's basically, harvesting for magma. There's his harvester. We both have a couple of buggies.
Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Excellent work.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Power plant completed.
Yes. Affirmative.
Excellent.
Yes. Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative.
Construction completed.
Let's go get our power plant up here.
Completed.
Yes.
Now, while we're basically doing all that, let's start building up some units basically to fight down here. So you can build tanks, you can build other stuff as well. Get some assault units. And you can see, this guy's pretty busy doing stuff here.
Power plant completed.
He's building gun turrets and other stuff. His assault units.
Power plant completed.
Yes. Affirmative. Yes.
Assault unit ready. Power plant completed.
Yes.
Excellent work.
Power plant completed. Assault unit ready.
I know there is a nuclear power plant. Let's build one of those maybe.
Yes. Affirmative.
Oh, that guy harvested a tree there. So you got over a tree already. Now we're using quite a bit of magma basically building stuff here, so
Affirmative.
let's get these guys maybe building our magma pump down here.
Yes. Affirmative.
And you can see, like, you know, different, like, areas have, like, more or less magma on them, so some areas are really good to build, like, magma pumps on, some are not. Let's get rid of these guys for now.
Magma roof construction completed.
Excellent work. I'll get my tank up a little bit faster now.
Magma roof construction completed.
Cool.
Yes. Affirmative.
Obviously, a big part of this game is it's like, you know, building up stuff pretty fast, so let's get it all going.
Yes. Affirmative.
You can go back to building this.
Yes. Affirmative.
Magma roof construction completed.
Yes. Affirmative.
Now note that my energy use is getting pretty high here, so we'll probably start to see this like decrease, as you can see. So basically, like, you know, you'll like, you know, go up and down depending on like what you basically have to build there. This stuff. Let's build a buggy after you build a tank.
Magma roof construction completed. Magma roof construction completed.
Let's go mine this rock here.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
There's a tank unit.
Magma roof construction
Yes.
completed.
Affirmative.
Let's go to that rock as well. So here's a tank. I'll try and build all this stuff here if I can. Actually, got power plant done up here.
Yes.
You know, we can probably build a few turrets here, so
Grenade ready.
maybe I'll build that right there. Oh, he got a rocket tank apparently. Slow and say that will be built, I guess. Interesting sound effects and stuff, you know.
Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes.
Grenade ready.
You know I want to get aircraft at some point, right? So let's get this started on now. Oh, he's got 2 rocket tanks now. Oh, this got too close and now it's being attacked.
Yes. Acknowledged.
One turret completed.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
The attack begins. Attack!
Yes. Acknowledged.
Oh, let's get him to do some attacking here.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Killer stuff. Or that engineer.
Situation.
Bazooka guy.
A lot of work to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's basically dead in the water at this point, but whatever. Look at you guys build this a little bit faster.
A lot of work to do.
Kill it off if you can. I'm gonna try and show off at least some of the air units, so we'll hold off a little bit and killing the rest of them. But you basically get the idea of like how the gameplay sort of goes. So slow to build, you know, but whatever. By the way, I don't like, you know, this will go down if like I bring one of these guys away because, you know, like the amount of space you use is based on like, you know, the amount of guys who are like, you know, working on it, so that's just how that works. Get to work on that.
Aircraft factory construction completed.
Excellent work. So you can build the aircraft like jet fighters, bombers, choppers, helis. Apparently it takes a long time to build some of these vehicles. But it makes sense, because, you know, you saw how powerful like this vehicle was, this tank here, for example.
Yes.
This like shredded like, you know, the guys that hit with, you know, its damage here.
Yes.
Situation.
Yes.
Here's a Grenadier.
Affirmative.
Let's knock that guy out for now. Let's start playing Jetfire, I guess.
Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Oh, they got a rocket tank up apparently, so they still have something there.
Affirmative.
A lot of work to do. A lot of work.
We'll send these up to fight the rocket tank, maybe. So, pretty proud of the rocket tanks are.
Yes, sir.
There goes mine, but whatever, that's fine.
Yes, sir.
He's still technically capable of like producing stuff at his vehicle factory, so he's still technically a threat, but whatever.
Affirmative.
Come on, get this built. It doesn't even like seem to tell you, like, you know, the time they basically used to like make this stuff, but you know, some stuff obviously is made, you know, faster than other stuff, so. Obviously made, you know, made soon. Another way of speeding up is to also go to the game speed and like do that instead, right? So this will help.
Artillery tank unit ready.
Oh, here's an artillery unit.
Ready.
There's a jet fighter.
Yes, Commander, sir. Yes, sir.
You notice how slow these things are, right? So artillery unit does, like, you know, massive damage and all that stuff.
Yes.
That doesn't even be a whole lot better than a tank, honestly, this thing right here, but whatever, it's fine.
Yes.
Here's a jet fighter.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
I find it interesting you got, like, you know, sort of like, you know, how can I put it? So basically, like, sort of a command and conquer type of feel to, like, you know, how this stuff attacks each other.
Yes. Affirmative.
So it is interesting, this game.
Affirmative.
Just waiting for us to get built here. Now, I assume, by the way, certain units can't attack, like, your certain artists, so the tank probably can't attack, like, the jet fighter because it's in the air.
Yes.
Well, you guys can probably attack the buggy. But the jet fighter... Oh, it can attack the jet fire. Interesting. Good to know, right? Alright, this is almost built one of the things over here. The chopper. It's interesting how the jet fighter is just like a basic chopper over here, but whatever.
Yes.
Here's the bomber.
Affirmative.
Just gets on top of it and blows it up.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
A lot of damage from it, at least. Just waiting. But as you can see, basically, there's not a whole lot, you know, to basically show off about Balls Wars, which is why, like, you know, I showed off, like, you know, Wormsun instead first week. Because what I'm supposed to do with this is, like, you know, I'll do Explore video and that's about it.
Chopper unit ready.
Here's a chopper.
Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Now, I will note, by the way, you can self-structure that figure in this game as well. Or maybe not. You can repair them at least if you want to, so he's just got to repair this stuff down here. And there's a chopper, or the heli. Let's go finish him off the heli, I guess.
Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative.
That's pretty weak.
Yes. Affirmative.
Even the chopper does a lot more damage than that, I think.
Yes. Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Here's a missile silo, by the way.
Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative. Orders. Roger that.
I will note, by the way, this guy can be used to harvest rocks just as much as you can, like, you know, you used to, like, you know, harvest, like, wood for energy, so that's a thing you can do with him. Build this up slowly over here. There's magma if I need, I guess. Slowly but surely this is getting built. So, nuke them. Pretty straightforward. That appears to be it, so, you know, we basically have won the game at this point. There might be more in the future for this game, but, you know, whatever. That's basically Boss Wars. Hope you guys basically enjoy it, and take care.